All right, so my focus is to discuss on leadership, a productive leader. A productive leader. A productive leader. We cannot overflog it, but we must continuously emphasize it that leadership is everything. Leadership is everything. Everybody must gain mastery of himself. Everybody must gain mastery of him or herself, because leadership is everything. Either your personal management, your family management, your organizational management, or a nation management. Everything falls and rises on leadership. If you will continue in life, it's directly proportional to your response to leadership. If you will stay plateaued, it is also response to your choice for leadership. And so it's everything. However, you don't just have to have the awareness of leadership. You must understand that productivity is connected to leadership. Productivity. And life is all about productivity, to be very honest with you and I. Either you are into ministry, you are into organization, whatever it is you are doing, life responds to productivity. You got to be productive. God doesn't promise us barrenness. He promised us fruitfulness, all right? Therefore, productivity talks about the state or the quality of being productive. My challenge for everybody this morning is the fact that we must be very productive. Not just productive, but very productive. One of the things I appreciate about leadership conversation is this. It puts responsibility right on your face. I'm telling you. It delivers you from procrastination. It delivers you from transferred duties. Many people, they engage in what I call duty transference. And so when we open our hearts for leadership conversations, it automatically delivers us from transferring responsibility. A student that transfers his responsibility to another student will not make an headway. Pastor, look at this morning now. What we are doing now is taking the bull by the horn. I have always been a strong advocate that no external factor must get you on the spot. No. Every time you are saying to yourself, the reason I am not advancing, the reason I am not increasing, the reason I'm not moving in life is because of this, or because of those things, or this particular thing, then you are not doing yourself a good job. All right. So productivity is what we must embrace. It talks about the state or the quality of being productive. So let's have understanding. To be productive, therefore, means you must have the ability to produce large amounts of goods. All right? When we say somebody is productive, it's a straightforward orientation and a straightforward conversation. When we say you are productive or you must be productive, what we are saying is that you must have the ability to produce large amounts of goods, crops, or other commodities. So when we say somebody is productive, he has a large amount of results. All right? So we look at your life and we can have things that are happening. Things that are happening. Our ministry is all about productivity. Life is all about productivity. Business is all about productivity. In other words, what are you? You cannot be living life and behaving as if you are just strolling. No, sir. You can't be living life and behaving as if you are just strolling. Okay? In all facets and in all ramifications, ladies and gentlemen, there must be something that is tangible. There must be something that is visible. There must be something that is relatable. God wants you to be productive. And not just in small number, in large quantity, in large amounts. All right? God wants you to have results. So to be productive means you have something you are producing in large amounts. So my pastor, what does it mean for me to be productive? It simply means you are a producer. You must produce. That's all. To produce means to bring forth. It means to give birth. It means to yield and have a visible results. It means to have visible results. Okay? You yield, you bring forth, you yield, all right? There's something that you are betting. When you are at that position, then we can say that you are productive. It's a straightforward. So if you're a choir leader, are you productive? It means, are you bringing forth? Are you bearing? Are you yielding something? All right? If you're a pastor in charge of ministry, ask yourself, what am I producing here? What am I bringing forth? Glory to God. Okay, so if you're a pastor of a local assembly, what are you producing? God wants you to produce. God wants you to have results. In fact, the world will be a no place to live if there are no production. Absolutely, sir. The world will have no place to be without production. In fact, it has been established. Any nation who is not investing in production will live depending on others. And I've never seen a developed nation on a cutting edge who is not massively invested in production. It could be production of services, production of foods, literally foods. It could be production of technology. There are things that they are producing. And so what we are saying is this: we must be so challenged that we are productive leaders. And as you open our minds for what we are discussing, we get to a point that we become so engaging that everybody is producing. Can you imagine this great church? If every one of us in this house are producers, this will be one of the best churches in the world. And it is in Jesus' name. If all of us are producers, somebody is producing spiritual sound, somebody is producing one thing or the other. I mean, on spiritual level and in all ramifications. On spiritual dimensions and in all areas of life. Everybody got the product. In fact, we must get to a point that we discourage ourselves to be dependent. Interdependency is the way to go, not solely dependent. And only barren people are dependent. When you are a producer, you'll be mutually respected. Mutually respected, all right. Mutually respected. And that is why God has not created us to be barren. He created us to be producers. Okay? That is why the first mix of financial transactions, initially, before modern technology and modern ways of doing things, was what was called trade by barter. Which means that I'm producing something, I have something, you have something, and let's give an exchange. That is where the beauty of life is. That is how developed people keep developing and developed nations keep developing. All right, so we must all become producers. So don't pride yourself. Don't pride yourself as a person who is the only producer and everybody's feeding on you. You will soon get dried up. Not only will you get dried up, you will soon get so frustrated. If you are the only pastor who can preach, you will soon get frustrated. If you are the only one who can heal the sick, you will soon get frustrated. If you are the only one who can sing, you will soon get frustrated. When people does not understand powerful production, they ascribe all things to themselves. And it does not work like that. You see, God is the ultimate creator, but he created you and I in that same capacity. Because the beauty of God is that there are many creators. Oh, that sounds good right there. The beauty of God as a creator is that there are many creators. Okay, I will look at the beauty of the world. Beauty of the world. So our church will be so fantastic. Our organization will be so powerful if everybody is trained to become a productive leader. If everybody is trained to become a productive leader. This is very key. So now I want to share with us what I think you and I must know about productive leadership. Very strong with this persuasion. I'm very strong with this persuasion. And everybody must know, because to produce, to have result, number one, for you to become an effective, productive leader, number one, you must know that you are a leader. You are a leader. Number one, you are a leader. You see, carrying the consciousness and the awareness that you are a leader will keep you on a productive lane. Will keep you on a productive lane. Like I said earlier on, nothing delivers a man from failing. Nothing delivers a man from a state of dryness as a strong awareness that he or she is a leader. You're a leader. Understand that you're a leader and that the result is your additional endorsement. Understand that you're a leader. Are you a leader? Are you a girl? Know that you're a leader. Understand that you are a leader. Very important. And once you know that you're a leader, the next thing that will come to your mind is that nothing gives you additional endorsement as a result. And you don't get a result in a crooked way. You get a result by going through processes. And no producer, no manufacturer, no farmer will tell you that he just have his crops just like that. There are processes. All right. So when we are talking about results, we are not talking about crooked means. We're not talking about do it anyhow. If I no real leader actually want to do that. If you want to see an inspiring leader, a man is called an inspirator or an inspiring leader because he has processes to tell you about. He got a lot of processes that he had engaged with, he's still engaging with, and he can relate with you. All right? So that will just change the narratives. It change the dynamics. Okay, I am a leader. God made me one. And I must become one. Yes. By potential, you are made a leader. You are not made as an arrived leader or a finished product leader. But potentially, you're a leader. So God gives you the potential for leadership. Right? However, you must become it in fullness. And readily, it must be in your consciousness that nothing endorses me as much as a result. You don't lead on a sentimental level. Please, all ladies should hear this. I keep saying this again and again. Your husband will honor you and respect you because the Bible says so. Fine. But if you want to enjoy what is called earned benefits, earned loyalty, EARNED, earned honor, be a leader. Yes, be a leader. And the same thing applicable to men. If you want to become a real husband and a real father, earn it. You don't become a father by mentioning and instructing and emphasizing, I'm a father in this house. No, sir. No, man. There is a way that will come out from your children when there is a result on ground. Result is additional endorsement to your leadership. You're a choir leader. Let me tell you the truth. You must be a leader with results. That's what I've convinced myself about. That's why I am not just pushing you, I'm pushing myself. Let me tell you this. This is a very clean truth. Once people come around and they can see a lot of things about to be inspired by, they will naturally listen. Naturally. If Papa Deboye comes to this auditorium this morning now, almost 99.9% of the audience will change their mood. It will be so much full of reference, opening of heart. Why? It is not more of his person that is standing, but it's more of his result that is phenomenal. Phenomenal. It might not be the most handsome, it might not be the most, the richest, but the difference is the result. All right. So when you understand it, then you will not behave anyhow. That's what you will not behave anyhow. You will not sing anyhow if you're a leader. You will not want to dress anyhow. You want to do things anyhow. Because let me tell you, it's not about what you are saying, what you are teaching people. What are the results in your life? A leader knows that people, materials, and results are inseparable. You're a leader. And one of the major things that a leader knows is that, hear this very carefully, people, materials, and results are what? Inseparable. So you must be conscious of those three things. As a leader, you need people because you can't travel alone. A leader needs materials. All right? And you see, the availability of people and materials must come together to generate what? Results, production. So you go to a factory, they have raw materials. And they have people and trained people who worked on the raw materials and they come up with what? Finest products. Finished products. Finest products. And the same is applicable to life in totality. And it takes a leader to understand that. And how do I annex it? Every time you see a people, 2 or 3, microphone, keyboard, they already have gotten materials. You have gotten people. Then what are the results you are generating? the songs, the coordination, the power of it. I'm saying now, it's key, it's important. So a leader understand this thing, and this will help him, this consciousness will help him to become productive. That I can't joke with people. See, once you know that you are looking for a result, I will soon get there. Your mannerism will change about people. Because you need people to get results. Now, can you be fighting who you need to give you results? That's leadership consciousness. So when they tell you to love people, you will love naturally, because what validates you, sir, is your result. Yes, I know that God is a validation, Holy Ghost of validation. But the God and the Holy Ghost we are talking about, their results are incomparable. Their results are far-reaching, phenomenal. I mean, if God is a validator and God validates you, that God, can you imagine his result? Oh Lord our God, how excellent is your name. Where, sir? In all the earth. Go ahead. Eh? The earth, what? He talks about that the earth, okay, declares the greatness, the glory, the beauty of our God. So it's excellent, but there are massive display of his works. Please don't be comfortable in failing and be saying God is the one that validates you. No, sir. So it will change your manner. So that's why the way I think is what the other people think. It's about result. You want to achieve results. So there will be time you have to behave like a lamb and behave like a lion. So if lionic attitude is not working, you become a lamb. Oh yes, because what matters is result at the end of the day. If you say you are too disciplined and you don't have result, your discipline is nonsense. And if you are too friendly and your friendliness or it does not give result, it's still useless. Everything you are doing must be done with the eye of production, eye of result. And you have those two things. Somebody can have money, but it's not making any part of this money. It's useless. You must appreciate people and materials and use those things to generate result. Okay? He does all he could do to then start from himself. He starts from himself. How? He search and reach out for materials. He values and engages the people to get results. I will repeat. A leader, therefore, will do all he could do to start from himself. He starts from you. You're a leader. Then when you start from you, what that means is that you begin to search and reach out for materials. You start working on yourself. You start working on materials. When one person is around you, two persons are around you, you begin to value them, number one, and begin to see how to engage them to get results. This is what must be the narratives in your mind as a leader. This is what must be the narratives in your mind as a leader. So once they give you a project, what I'm saying is the first thing that will occur to you is what? Myself. Myself. Say myself. Myself. So that's why when they give you an assignment as a leader, if you are given an assignment and immediately you're already talking about the impossibilities, you are not a leader. Not a leader. A leader does not receive assignment and is saying it can be done. It can't work. All right? The best you could request for is to give me time. Give me time. And when they give them what I go to do, you go back and work on yourself. Do you have the capacity for this? Can I develop capacity for this? To start. All right? And most times when you take up the challenge, you will realize that you can develop capacity. If you don't have at the moment. Then secondly, you start reaching out. Okay, what do I need? I need people, I need materials. And you begin to value. You stay at a position with the understanding that no, you're a productive leader. You cannot be giving barren responses, difficult responses at all times. All right? So there must be success at personal productivity. If you are flowing with me and following me with what I said, that a leader does all he could to start from himself, underline, search and reach out for materials, value and engage the people to get results. Therefore, your greatest goal as a leader who wants to be productive is that you will now begin to seek for how you can be successful on a personal level, which is called personal productivity. Then you begin to upscale or work on yourself and see how you can also succeed on a professional level called professional productivity. And finally, your greatest asset in the school of production are people. Your greatest asset in the school of production are people. Then it's called people's productivity or people productivity. All right. So let's go ahead. You cannot have a productive system. You cannot have a productive system if you, the leader, is not self-productive. That's what I'm saying now. So can I have a productive church, productive department, productive family? No, you can't have unless you are, first of all, self-productive. So it starts from personal productivity. What are my advices? Do self-audit. To be self-productive, you must consistently do self-audit. 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 Be honest, be transparent. Self-audit. Ask yourself. Self-audit is important. Take a good hard look at your habits. Very important. Personal productivity. Take a very good hard look at your habits, behaviors, and routines. Your behaviors, your habits, and your routines. Be honest with yourself. Nobody advances in self-deception. No personal productivity with self-deception. Some mentality must be flushed out of your brain. Some things must be erased. Some things must be yanked off. You see, you cannot be complaining on your background, on your lack of education, lack of figure, lack of friends, lack of that. No, sir. Do somebody be hard on yourself. Before anybody will ever be hard on you, be the first person to be hard on yourself. All right? And look at your behaviors, look at your habits, look at all things around you that you do, and ensure that you are doing a successful self-audit. You must be able to score yourself. Hence, the positive vibes will not flow from you. It's personal productivity. Hence, the positive vibes. And there got to be positivity. There got to be vibes. There got to be energy. Energy. Go and check everywhere that things are moving. My son Henry, you will see energy there. Energy. Go and check, please. Go and do your research. Anywhere and everywhere that things are happening, there is energy. Once energy is out, productivity is out. And that energy is first communicated by the leader, who is consistently going through personal productivity. He is personally productive. Not just giving instructions, not just issuing degrees, not just commanding, not just being a dictatorship in all he or she does. No. There's a natural positive vibes that create energy. People come around you, if they are weak, they suddenly become strengthened. This is not about giving money first. It's about you. There is something about you that creates energy. There's something about you that should create energy. All right? Something about you. When you enter your house, your children, your wife, they should wake up. They should feel energized. When you enter your office, everybody should just feel energized. But there's something about you. You are a person people are looking forward to see as a leader. And when you are not yet around, everybody is mixing you and they are going crazy to have you around. All right? And even the thought of you should inspire people and create some energy. Then, can I beg you? You must then move from this personal productivity to what I call do things with the eyes of professionalism. I switched when I encountered this understanding, and that's changed my life. I switched. I was thinking this morning internally, and I said to myself, people will think I have money, but I don't have, not that I have money. I'm only running by understanding. And one of the understanding a leader needs to have great productivity in his company, in his life, in his church, in his department, is to do things from the eyes of professionalism. What does that mean? It means that you do things skillfully and readiness to pay. I will emphasize that. Church, we are used to free things. The reason we are not developing. The reason we are not having good production. These two speakers here is almost $1 million. Pastor Paul can just buy one speaker for $1 million naira. Because when you see things from the eyes of professionalism, okay, payment will not be your negotiation. I don't mean you cannot pay little or pay me, but you don't want to pay. No. Every time you have free mindset, you can't go far. You can't go far. Do things with the eyes of professionalism. You want to pay? Yes. Yes. In fact, every time people know that you want to pay, they open up their heart. They open up their heart. They want to give their service. And you need that. You need that expertise. You need it for you to go forward, for you to enhance your productivity. Readiness to pay. That is what it means to do things from the eyes of professionalism. Tools. Don't be too deficient. How can you be into production and you are looking for tools? Can you imagine? You want to be a fantastic singer, you are looking for a microphone, looking for engine. I was talking to one artist that has several followers on Instagram, and I have a little respect. Look, the word little will not be too good because I'm on record. I have great respect, all right? And I had the privilege of engaging this lady, and I was shocked to my marrow. Because my respect goes with expectation, right? There are ways you see people and you respect them, and that respect, you just have expectation. And I'm surprised. No equipment, no nothing. How can you be a music minister for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years? You have no tools. Something is wrong. You are not professional. No tools. No microphone, no keyboard, no nothing. But Pastor Paul, don't even justify it. There is no professional without tools. Don't justify it. You say, I'm a tailor, but you have no machine. It may sound very laughable. There are people like that. I'm telling you, there are singers for 10, 20 years, no microphone. Call their own. Everything they want to do, they are borrowing. They are borrowing. They are borrowing. You must be professional. You must examine tools. Okay? Examine tools. And when your tools are getting outdated, you want to change it. Because you're a professional. Because your eyes is on production. Your eyes, where, sir? On production. The results. Hope I'm saying something relevant there. Professional. It also helps you to have what I call mental enlargement. Mental enlargement will play a major role in your productivity as a professional. You have space for accommodation. You see, when you are not ready for professionalism, your brain will be so narrow. You know why? When you start surrounding yourself with professors and professionals, the first thing that will happen to you is this: as you open up to engage them, they blow your mind. They blow your mind. Having professionals around you is easiest means for expansion. For expansion. So if you're a spiritual pastor like me, and you don't have a professional mindset, there is nothing they'll be telling you. You have thus said the Lord to stop it. You have what? To stop it. You will always have thus said the Lord. Even if you have to build according to pattern, you can build according to pattern either in mediocrity or in excellence. So having professional is not to change what God says to you, but to do it excellently. And you cannot do things excellently without exceeding the seal. Without what? Without exceeding the seal. God spoke to you to speak with speakers. You can have a Abuja speaker. And you can have one tiny speaker for 10 million naira. So professional can tell you and say, these speakers will not do what you want to. But this particular one can get it done. That's what I'm talking about. But if there is no opening in your brain, you will shut out. You shut down on professionals. All right? Is anybody still here? Once your system understands this, you have raised the bar. Once your system, your internal system, your corporate system understands this, you have raised the bar. There are professionals when you even come to dressing. You say, no, you don't do it this way. You do it this way. Don't do it this way. Do it this way. No, you don't have to go this route. You go this route. Don't do it this way. Don't wear this color. Praise God. That's what the brand expert does. They ask for your vision, and from the vision you are communicating, they are interpreting the color. Well, your doors here, the law can shut it down. Or your rigidity to your past. Or your emotional attachment. Some of you just like color that does not have anything to do with your destiny. You are too attached to a particular color that has nothing to do with your destiny in life. Is that I just love pink. But pink has nothing to do with what you are saying you are doing. Is that I just love, give me a color here, please. I just love. You just love one kind of color, and this is your vision. Your vision is speaking blue, but you are in love with pink. Your vision is speaking white. Color is speaking black, but you are so much in love with blue. See now, I was saying that. But when you begin to open your mind for professionalism, you start changing this thing, and it will change the quality of your production. Be a productive leader. Am I communicating here? All right. Then the last one there, still on the leader. I'm just on one point. I will rush the other stuff now. That you, what to know about a productive leader, know that you are a leader, and this understanding flows under that. Now you must then work on this personal productivity, having a professional eyes for professional productivity. Then people productivity is key. People productivity is key. It starts from communication, appreciation, appraisal, and motivation. It starts from where, sir? Communication, appreciation, appraisal, and motivation. You must master this. You must gain mastery on this. Let me say this to you. Fake it until it becomes real. Is the way to go. Which way? Which way to go? D. Put the word D there. Is the way to go. You have to be so trained until it becomes used. Eric. Everyone that you have around working with you, don't have a personal beef with them. But it is called work ethics. It is called understanding the job. Don't have any personal beef with them. I have trained myself to that point. And I'm still training myself on that reality. It's called people skills. See, let me help everybody here to understand a major difference between manipulation and people skills. Particularly that has to do with production. If husband and wife understand this, then they can work together. As husband and wife, one of the most difficult things to do is for husband and wife to sit on a production executive seats. Yes, because most times, there is always the feeling of, you are my husband, you are my wife, that can be taken to production arena. And once that goes to production arena, you have killed efficiency. You have killed what? And that's why many times it doesn't work for husband and wife to be on an executive seat or production or in a production arena. That's a good example I can give. And you can use all the relevant one. However, hear this. If they both understand this, it will be fine. So if the husband is the executive director and the wife is working a line on the production arena, once they get to the office, it has to change. You see, that other part must die. So if you cannot die and live every day, then don't work together with your husband. You must die and live every day. Die and live. Die and live. So you die in the morning, you resurrect in that area of emotion also. I'm talking about. You know why? People's skill is major. You got to learn how to communicate to people. A silent leader cannot engage people for production. Most times, they need to understand what you want. And understanding comes from where, sir? Communication. You have to talk. You have to be a speaking leader. So, Pastor Paul, do you have to be a parrot? Oh, there are several ways to communicate. One that will still run a course on how to communicate. Several ways. There's a body language. There is this verbal communication. There is signs communication. There are signs. You have to communicate with signs, communicate with writings. So, see, when you go to a company and see them writing things everywhere, signs, have you ever asked yourself, why all these things? It's called communication. Every day, there is no assumption that somebody is a Harvard you went to Harvard University or something. Nothing like that. Because let me tell you, the best brain can take you to destruction. Because it does not understand. And you want result. You want result. And every result has a described expectation. Are you with me now? Anybody can give you a result, but is your result in alignment to what is expected? And they can only give you things in alignment to what is expected via what? Communication. Detailed communication. To manage people for production, you must master communication. Don't just say you should know what to do. It must be communicated. It is after communication that you can then say you should know what to do. Communication. Appreciation. It's what you have to master. Somebody may not be giving you gifts. That's one side. But when you come to production arena, thank you. I like what you're doing. Guy, come on, you're doing well. Because you are doing that to have a result. See, I'm training your mind. So those who don't understand may think that you are doing that because you want your job to be done. Let them say so. They are right. See, there are some things you have to outgrow. Stop living by all these emotions. The reason you are telling me thank you is because of your work. And so that is why you are here. You see, you have to outgrow. Don't be a victim of emotional blackmail. And every leader understands this. So once you are not working with them again, they are not under any compulsion to thank you. If they do, now they are godlike. Now they are behaving as a Christian. Because that's what I'm trying to establish here. If they do, then they are behaving as a Christian. But you cannot just be offended or be feeling that it's because they want me to work. That's why they are saying thank you. No, it's what they must be trained to do. They must be trained. When you go to company and their customer service department is deeply appreciative of you. They don't want to marry you. They don't want to let you to do with you. It's your job. They got to appreciate you. Or because people are supposed to appreciate you in a working environment, and the next thing your brain is like toasting me. See, you are. You see, a lot is wrong. What is wrong? You are in the choir, you just came and said, wow, we like you, sister. We like your dress code. They need to put you emotionally all right so that you can be effective rehearsing. It does not mean they are looking for anything from you, emotionally speaking. I mean, the other side thing. And so as a church, we've got to be trained to do that. It's not how to engage people. And once you do that consistently, people begin to set it. For example, a particular woman I just joined our church in Lekki sent me a long text 3 days ago. She said, I'm just talking about you all through today. I celebrate you, sir. You are just amazing. You must do it as a lifestyle until you can get as many people involved and engaged to give you results. That's where you are going. So today, I'm bringing 2 sir to church. I'm achieving my result. What I want is they must be loved to a point, appreciated to a point that they are giving me results. You don't call that selfish. And many people will say you are not doing the same to them. No, they are not the one giving you a job. They are not the one working for you. So if you have time, you will do the same. I get what I'm talking about. For example, we met a woman in shop prior yesterday doing evangelism. After the football, I broke my leg anyway. Thank God for healing. I didn't, but I was just trying to just catch up something. And I just, ha! My God. So, we met this woman. I couldn't believe, hear this, that the guy that was with her is our domestic staff. My God. I saw the way this lady was dressed, so beautiful. And because I wanted to engage the woman, it's my normal strategies, if you have been following me. So I saw them trying to take picture with the baby, she has a small baby. So I said, can I take the picture for you? Oh, she obliged me. So I collected the phone. I was not getting it rightly. Then Victor, the photo guy, then collected from me and helped me. And they were excited. I just entered. Oh, nobody disrespect appreciation. I just said a palm, and she just took it. Woo! Holy Ghost will surely make her to do what she said. Said, can I have the flyers? You are the pastor. My God, man of God. Give me the flyer, give me flyer, give me flyer, give me flyer. I want to distribute. I'll be there tomorrow. Once you can master appreciation, you can engage people. Stop beefing those who are working with you. It is you that it will affect. Because you are the leader now. A good place to clap. It's you that will affect. So, you are a choir leader now. It doesn't matter what anybody does in the choir. If you get angry and you spoil the whole thing, on Sunday morning, you are not performing. Who will blame? Before we listen to your complaint, it's you as a leader. And you cannot afford to be a barren leader at all times or at any time. You can't afford it. It's too expensive. It's too expensive. Once you know this, you will deny yourself from all this emotional blackmail. Celebrate people that are working with you. Appreciate them. You want to get results. Of course, you must do it for a place of genuinity. I'm not saying you should fake it. But don't be under any emotional blackmail. That the reason you are this because if I'm not working for you, will you do it? And so you are right. Don't get things twisted. We are into this for this. So I got to do what I should do. I'm doing my job. Are we together? Then I praise her. Motivate people. Let them know that they are scoring below or they are trying. So all those things, when the atmosphere is right, is also a way of engagement. When people tends to know their level, they are trying or they are not trying, or they are scoring higher. So, but it must be done in a certain way that does not bring condemnation. All right? And motivation. And there are many things you can use to motivate people. A lot of things you can use. You can use reward system. You can use recognition. Reward system could be monetary, it could be gift form, it could be recognition, it could be sensitive to their birthday. So many things. Their birthday, it could be a word, it could be something. Most times, not always money. Like I said to you, a woman that her husband has been coming for 7 months to our evening church, but she was saying, I'm not coming because she was so battered by their previous church and things that happened to them from their church, former church rather. And on her birthday, for me, it was a good opportunity. I didn't spend one dime, but I spent love. I spent love. And that was a powerful motivation. I just called the husband, send me your wife's number. And I called. And I was just, saying good things that I've heard about her. Because I was looking for something. And it worked. It worked. So motivation at times is not necessarily, I'm saying that you got, as I say, I'm teaching you my life. Walk with the eyes of production. You want to get something, you want to get it, you want to bear things, you want to eat, you want to get things done. Okay? Once you succeed in boosting people, then you will boost your production. Once you succeed where? In boosting people, then you will succeed in boosting your production. I'm sure we can have some powerful tweets today from this leadership conversation. Once you succeed in boosting people, then you will succeed in boosting your production. All right. Number 2, what to know your production? Oh, God. Have a vision. Productivity answers to vision. Vision is having a clear direction of what to do. Production is product in reality. That's all. All right? It is what you see that you produce. Okay? So a leader must consistently cast the vision. You must be visionary. You must be the eye that people are seeing through at all times. So don't get blurred. Don't get confused. You must continuously get people on the clarity of all things. What are we doing? What exactly? Where are we going? Always, always. Which song are we singing? Don't always ask a question of confusion. Ask a question of contribution. A visionary does not ask a question of confusion. You come to your rehearsal, and the first thing you are saying is, guys, I don't know what to do today. What do you think? You are not a visionary person. Oh, I see us going somewhere. Oh, we are planning for a powerful Sunday service. Oh, we are planning for this year, Carol. We are planning for this year. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be amazing. I see us doing this, doing that. But guys, I need your contribution. That's a vision here. That's a vision here. Then their contribution will expand whatever is a vision or interpret it expansively. Okay? Very important. You must continually get people on the clarity. There must be no shutdown. I like that point seriously. There must be no shutdown. Productivity shut down when there is no vision. And when there is no vision, automatically things shut down. There must be no shutdown. Every time you go to a church, go to a department, go to a family, go to an organization, go to a nation, that things are not shut down. It's because vision is alive. It's alive. You don't keep a vision, you communicate it. You write it and make it plain for all to see so they can begin to what? Run with it. Habakkuk explains that to us anyway. You don't keep a vision. What do you do with it? You communicate it. You write it. And what do you do again? You make it plain so all can what? Run with it. So if you keep a vision, things will be shut down. But if you communicate it, then things are alive. Things are alive. Keep your department alive. Keep ushering alive. Keep media alive. You don't just do video coverage. What is the vision? What are people coming into? What are they seeing? What is the clarity? Number 3, to be a productive leader, be creative. Be creative. You must be the creative ones. All right? Be creative. You must be creative. Creativity gives you uniqueness and creates an edge for you. It makes you visible. Please get your mind busy. Get your mind engaged. Be creative. Don't sing the way everybody is singing. Sing creatively. Sing creatively. Don't pastor the way everybody is pastoring. Yesterday, I caught a vision, a very powerful one. I said, once we get to our property, we're going to do face-to-face with Jesus, guys. Face-to-face with Jesus, guys. Face-to-face with Jesus, guys. And people are wondering, what is face-to-face with Jesus, guys? All the hoodlums, all the omotas, all the people in this neighborhood, though they are in Lekki, yeah, it's going to have evening party for them. And when they come, they will sing, we will fill them, we will buy close to all drink for them. I know that will create question in your mind. You know, they are used to all these things. We will now go and buy energy drink that is not alcoholic. They will feel cool. We will now teach them how to make money, teach them. You see, it was just flowing in my spirit. You got to be creative. So it just came from me, boom, face to face. I don't know why you say because you are old, that is why you're not learn creative. You are a liar. The ancient of all, what do you call God? Ancient of days has not run out of creativity. How old are you? God is new every morning. Is what? New every morning. He said, Pastor Paul, I've been doing for 10 years. So you are not out of creativity. Then you are out. You are out. Creativity is what keeps you fresh. Relevant. Look how you are a woman that's not you are thinking fresh. Your mind is just dull, it's just shut down. You can be productive like that. Are you not didn't you see the way Coca-Cola is changing their bottles, repackaging? Companies are just changing things, repackaging. It's called creativity. Creativity is important for production. It gives you an edge. It separates you. Okay, to be creative means to add an intelligent thinking to what to do. To add an intelligent thinking to what to do. It can be done in a calm and different way. In a calm and different way. Intelligent thinking to what to do. Intelligent. You are doing live streaming, you are doing projection. What have you thought over? And every day you must be thinking. You are doing sound setting. What have you thought over differently? What are you thinking differently? You are not all areas concerning your business too. Think creatively. Tap your creative ability. Eh? The same is applicable to all things you do in your life. The food you cook differently. Eat differently. Eh? Those who are married in the inner room too, do it differently. Be proving spiritual there. Want to check your phone? Number 4, stay ahead and engage people for results. That's very important. Stay ahead. Never be afraid to demand for what you are leading. I need to repeat that. Never be afraid to demand for what you are leading. If you are leading something by example, never be afraid to demand from people what you are leading by example. That's a complete tweet if you want to tweet it for me. Never be afraid to demand from people never be afraid to demand commitment from people from what you are leading by example. Stay ahead and engage people. Okay, you are coming very early. Say, I'm here by 7:30 and I need to be here by 7:30. That's it. That is it. Engage people. Stay ahead and engage people for results. The inspiration from productivity is to lead by example. Real leaders led by example. Men, I love this so much. Men are first inspired before they are engaged. Please, all pastors, all leaders, you understand, positional leadership is nothing. Men are first inspired before they are engaged. Tweet it. Very powerful. Very powerful. Men are first inspired before they are engaged. If your dress code does not inspire them, you can't succeed to have them to dress the way you are dressing. If your courage, some of you, the way you are even walking, you are walking as somebody whose life has finished inside. You have to walk. Even your walk must inspire somebody. You enter an environment where everybody is walking. They are walking with dignity, with honor, with courage. You enter some place where everybody is walking. They are walking like, we are lifeless. Their bones are lifeless. Their hands are lifeless. How can even a lady in her 20, in her 30 be walking like, I don't understand. Or be walking as if they want to finish tomorrow. I see some lady walking like this. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. No. Walk with dignity. Carry yourself in a certain way. Be inspiring. Then to be easy for you to engage people. Men are first inspired before they are engaged. When you understand this, it will change the narrative. It will help you a great deal. It will help you to take the bull by the horn. Don't get scared to demand for commitment once you are ahead in leadership. I like this. Don't get scared to demand for commitment once you are ahead in leadership. Once your leadership conscience is clear and positive, then engage people, sir. Engage them. Be bold about it. 4 p.m. is the time. And I'm here by 3:50. I'm here at 4:50. I mean 3:50, 3:30. You are here ahead. You are ahead. People grow and step into their desired future by engagement. Engage them. Don't travel alone, but be sure you are leading by example. A dry place is a non-engaging place. So stay ahead. Once a place is dry, nobody will be engaged. That's why you see that every time and then we are doing something in this church. Because it must not be dry. Once you are dry, nobody will be engaged. Nobody. Oh, this is a liberation for many people here. Pastor Paul, nobody is calling me. It's a lie. Maybe you are dry. The day you are out of dryness, you will start running from course. Nobody loves me. Maybe because you are dry. Once you are out of dryness, genuine and fake love will bombard you. Am I making any sense here? So the honor is on us to get off dryness. A dry place is a non-engaging place. All right. Then number 5, sustain the production. I'm intentional about this, about time. Sustain the production, please. Sustain the production. A leader's eyes must be untiring on the production. A leader's eyes must stay untiring on the production. Always see. Be result driven. Don't let anybody speak otherwise to you. Be result driven. Be result driven. Be testimony driven. Let your eyes be on the production. It must not drop. See, when I enter this church, if one light is not on, I will call whoever that is close to me that I can call. So if you're a leader in this house now, you will enter, you go, nothing concerns you. The microphone is not standing properly. Even the guitar, if it's not standing properly, my eyes are on it. The chairs, dirty, screw, losing. Your eyes must be. Once you take off your eyes, things start depreciating. When it becomes so visible, I will also say it creates perspective. And what is a depreciating perspective from the outsiders, it starts affecting the input and automatically the output. I will repeat that. You see, that's your perception. The Evidence Church, these guys, they're not even doing things again. They're not even doing things again. And really, you might be doing things, but because they can't see again. And that perspective starts killing their morale. And it has a way of affecting insiders. Some of the big boss we use on Lekki had challenges and was not getting on time. And I've been saying, do this, and it was not done as I wanted to do. I took the boat by the horn myself. It cost me my Monday. Tired. But I got it back. I got it back. Because I'm running by understanding. These guys, we are not seeing their people again. We are not seeing their flesh again. Or it's dirty, it's old. It's like they are not tired. Oh, they are tired. We know it. They only kill with kerosene anointing. They will soon get tired. And once people are talking like that, you are losing them. Yes, you are losing them. But when you are on the cutting edge, don't be scared of them saying, where is he getting money from? Leave those ones. You are sifting the kind of success you will have. I remember they told me many years ago. He said, the way you are doing, nobody will help you. Have they helped me? You see what I'm saying? Have they helped me? Has God stopped helping me? Choose one. You get the perspective. Choose one. So we live in a world that once you are doing things right, people are scared of you. Don't make friends with mediocrity and end as a mediocre. That's why your eyes must be on the production. Don't get scared. God is your helper. And when God will raise helper, He will raise helpers that will help you to fulfill your vision according to the quality. You want to do a people of 5 million naira for 1 month. You know, something you just tell you to tell. He said, this big body here is 5 million naira. How much? And you are telling somebody that we have never seen 50,000 naira in his life. 50,000 naira. He has never seen in his life. You now call him and say, come on. I said, I'm doing 5 million. And I have 5.1 million. And I will put the 5 million on the billboard. And this guy has not seen 50,000 in his life. You see now? You see what I'm saying now? Your eyes, production must not stop. Things must not decline. It must not deplete. Depleted. Don't be comfortable when cities are not up and going. Number 6, don't get out of resources. This is where you must be smart and wise. Get resources and block leakages. Get resources and block leakages. Don't let people, materials, and results deplete, please. Block leakages. These 3 things are used as monitoring mechanisms. People, materials, results. There are 3 things I'm talking about, those 3 things. They are used as monitoring mechanism, and bad signals can be sent to people. Once the perspective of productivity drops, it affects the input and output altogether. People, materials, and what? You are not following me. People, materials, and what? And results are 3 monitoring mechanisms. Once somebody enter our church and see that people are not much, or they say people are not much, what's going on? I say what's going on in this church? Everything is Where are the things? What's happening to the microphone? What's happening to the stage? What's happening to this? You see, they are monitoring. See, we are talking about connect to people on their level. Once people can judge you that you are dropping those areas, you say, you won't not finish. And nobody wants to be part of what is finishing or what has finished. Hope I'm delivering ourselves we are delivering ourselves this morning. Nobody wants to be part of what is finishing or what has what? Finished. That is why no bank will give you an impression that they are finished or they are finished. Until you wake up in the morning and hear that they have shut down. You didn't get the gist. So you wake up in the morning and they say my bank, you just from the newspaper. They say your bank has liquidated. But last 3 weeks they just bought brand new cars for all their marketers. They are intentional. You would have dropped your money yesterday night if they told you that they are finished. The money you took yesterday night, you said, I had 6 today, 5.5 million. You went boom, you put it there. And the following morning, you say, liquidated. My money. Then you now hear, okay, the provision, you can go to another bank, go to this bank, or just say, they have merged. Diamond and assets merged. But you still put your money there. Once standing, once this. You see, these are the things that happen. Nobody wants to be a part of what is finishing or what has finished. These are powerful things for us to tweet and make happen. So that we can, that's why we are put this on record, to be on podcast, be on thing and all of that. All right, very important. So don't get out of resources. Don't run out of people. Don't run out of materials. And don't run out of what? Results. Keep this thing in your mind. You have 5 ushering and they are becoming 2. You have 10 choir members, they are becoming 3. It's a problem. You must not run out of it. Number 7, we close. Be an effective manager. Be an effective manager. Every productive system and individuals must invest in management. In management. What are you managing? Managing the people, managing the materials, managing what? The results. So what does it mean to manage? To control. That's all. To control and to sustain. It takes sound management skills to control and to sustain. You must not be intoxicated, because you can be intoxicated. You can be easily deviated. And you can wrongly use things if you don't invest in measure and control. Management talks about measure. Measure. You have to measure things. You have to control things. You have to, things are the way they are. The only danger of management, after a long time, it can become a routine. That is why the leadership in you will take it to the next level at all times. Take what? You can be a leader and be a bad manager. You keep having results. Because it takes a leadership spirit to keep initiating results. So you can be getting and be losing. Yet you're a leader. A manager does not get. He only sustains. He helps with the measure. He controls things. But it takes a good leader to get results. So if you are getting results and a bad manager, you're a leader but you're a bad manager. You are not sustaining. So the two must work together, but you must not just dwell on management or be a manager. You must allow the leader in you to keep working, so you can keep generating what? Results. And you are never at a point that you are not intoxicated. See, people are now coming to our church. Hey, we are doing fine in Lekki, we are doing fine on the mainland. Oh, Pastor Paul, who says? Who says? Who says? 3 days I've been away. How many days? 3 days. I got a preaching engagement somewhere yesterday. I couldn't go. So I had to call my office to call them. I can't make it. I can't make it. I got down for next Saturday. I'm not sure I can make it again. And I'm asking myself, so it is true. So it is what? What is it true? When some big men of God, that we call big men of God, tells you they can't come, and you have to work according to their own time. Now I understand. And I've been doing that for long. I always work with men of God's time for long. Now I'm understanding what it is. Because you are asking yourself questions. How much would they give? Is it about money now? So once you cross money returns, you have stepped into destiny. Good place to start. Even they give 5,000 naira, you buy my recharge card, right? So I'm not talking about that small or big. It's only 5,000 that they gave me yesterday to go and preach. It will buy recharge card now. Is it about money now? So once you can overcome money problem, you have stepped into destiny. There is nothing in me that want to go and preach anywhere. One of my friends had to come yesterday. I went to go and do a meeting for his workers last week, Monday. And he called me, and one pastor was there. Things that baffled me. I saw a woman, she was crying profusely. So I spoke, finished, and I'm going to be rushing out to Lekki to do the big boss stuff. And she was crying from the impact of the message. And one pastor said, sir, if I will have to pay for a helicopter, you must be with us next week, Monday. It's not in my spirit. So he was calling me and he said, Pastor, please make sure I will come and borrow your Monday morning. I said, Pastor, while I will do it. For that pastor, I will do it. Once money is no longer your drive, you have stepped into destiny. Step into what? Destiny. Step into what? Are you in church this morning? Step into where? I'm training you very well. Step into destiny. No money is too small. Don't be proud. So it could be 5 million. It could be 400 million. But can we work it this way? Can I do it this way? Can I do Friday? Or can I do it and still do my thing? Because that thing that God gave you is important. When you understand this as a leader, you will still do what you are doing and be productive. A friend of mine coming from Atlanta yesterday, and he blessed me. He said, the Lord spoke to me, the camel is coming. And he gave me the narratives. You remember the story of Abraham, and he said, this servant, and he told him, for my son Isaac, right? He said, go to my village, my town, and get him a wife. And when Isaac was there, what came? A camel came, carrying who? And he said, lift up your eyes and see the camel coming. He said, Isaac was on the field. And God said, lift up your, and he didn't know he was blessing my heart with that revelation. Which means your field is your place of assignment. If you stay there, your camel with me today. Rise on your feet. What with me today? Have I lost you? What with me today? You are into communication. What you are into teaching? Stay there. Stay there. Don't say because of small things are just jumping out. Your camel will come. And camel will not come empty. Camel will bring your lifetime helper. Because he that findeth a wife, findeth a good thing. And I've obtained what? Favor from the Lord. Lifetime favor located Isaac. With a veil. Camel brought it. It's not good for a man to be alone, and I will give you an helper. That is what? Suitable for you. A suitable, customized helper for destiny. Coming with camel. I like this. Coming with camel. Coming with camel. Hope what I'm teaching is entering you. Is where I'm living now. Where am I living? Ruggedly living there. I'm proudly so.